If you're a baseball fan, you are probably familiar with this play.
Rounded to the right, booted by Lee! Pendleton to third on the play.
If you aren't familiar with this play, major spoilers because this is one of the greatest postseason games ever. Game 7 of the 1992 National League Championship Series. With Pittsburgh up 2-0 in the bottom of the ninth against the Atlanta Braves, second baseman Jose Lean boots an easy ground ball, setting up runners on first and third, no outs. The Braves will eventually score 3 in the ninth to clinch the pennant. What makes this error notable is that Lean was a good defensive second baseman. During Lean's time in the big leagues, from 1987 to 1995, he ranks 4th overall in D-WAR among second basemen. He even won a Gold Glove in that same season as this game. To put it short, Lean was a reliable fielder, and having him make this costly error is surprising, as you wouldn't expect him to make that error. This is not the first time we saw a great defender make a fielding mistake that cost his team a postseason win. In fact, we saw an even better fielder make more than one mistake. The player in question is former Dodgers center fielder Willie Davis. Davis had a long career, playing in 18 seasons in the major leagues from 1960 to 1979, 14 of which for the Dodgers from 1960 to 1973. While on the Dodgers, Davis played in 3 World Series and won 2 of them. A decent hitter, he was more known for his fielding. Among all center fielders of all time, Davis ranks 10th in D-WAR, totaling 11.1 in his career, one of the greatest fielding center fielders in baseball history. Not only was he one of the greatest fielding center fielders of all time, he was also one of the greatest players during his time in the big leagues. During his career, Davis ranked 16th among all players in WAR, totaling 60.7 career wins above replacement. During the same time frame, Davis also ranked 7th in hits, 8th in stolen bases, and 13th in total bases. He was a valuable player and is one of the most underrated players of the 1960s and 1970s. However, in one of the World Series Davis played in, he committed a string of errors so notorious, his performance is one of the biggest, surprising, and most forgotten blunders in World Series history. The events took place in Game 2 of the 1966 World Series. In this World Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers were facing the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles won Game 1, but LA sent out legendary pitcher Sandy Koufax to start Game 2. The game remained scoreless heading into the top of the 5th. With a runner on first and 1 out, Orioles center fielder Paul Blair hit a fly ball to center field. Davis camped under it, but lost the ball in the sun and it fell beyond his glove, allowing both runners to advance. With runners on second and third now, the next batter, Andy Etchbarren, also hit a fly ball to center field. As Boog Powell was set to tag up on the play, Davis came in, lost the ball in the sun again, and dropped it. Powell scored, and as Blair was attempting to tag up to third base, Davis quickly gathered the ball, threw it to the third baseman, but the ball went wild and Blair came in to score. Davis, the surefire fielder, committed 3 errors within 2 batters. It was the first, and to my knowledge, only time in World Series history a player committed 3 errors in a single inning. After Luis Aparicio doubled in Etchbarren, the Orioles went up 3-0, with all 3 runs being unearned. Baltimore would go on to win this game 6-0, and they would sweep the Dodgers in the World Series. Is Davis responsible for the Dodgers World Series loss? Absolutely not. The Dodgers were overpowered all series long by the Baltimore pitchers. In that 4-game series, LA scored a total of 2 runs. Yes, you heard that right. They scored 2 runs in Game 1 and were shut out in the final 3 games. Sure, if Davis fields the fly balls cleanly, perhaps Baltimore doesn't score any runs in that inning of Game 2. However, the blame for the Game 2 loss and the entire World Series falls on the shoulders of the Dodgers lineup, not Willie Davis. Thankfully, there were no hurt feelings over this. Sandy Koufax, the losing pitcher in Game 2, commented on Davis, stating he shouldn't let it get him down. Fellow teammate and pitcher Don Drysdale also comforted Davis, saying how he saved many games for them in the past. Both pitchers were right. Davis has been there for them before and was a valuable part of the team. He is a big reason why the Dodgers had so much success in the 1960s. I think the worst part of this game wasn't the string of errors, but Koufax himself. He finished the 5th inning only allowing the 3 runs. He would allow another run in the 6th inning and exited the game following the 6th inning. He would never appear in a baseball game ever again. In the offseason, he had a career-ending injury and immediately retired. While his final game may be anticlimactic, Koufax is one of the most acclaimed and accomplished pitchers in baseball history who won multiple World Series as well, so I would believe he made it out alright. With Willie Davis's performance in Game 2 of the 1966 World Series, it goes to show you can be one of the most skilled people in your field and still commit one of the worst blunders imaginable.